couple days ago, we got to see a new episode of Life After Lockup, by far one of my favorite shows of all time, and it did not disappoint. So you also, we got to see, first up, we got to see Shawn and his new love, Sarah, and believe it or not, typically with Life After Lockup, they don't actually show the whole thing, but we actually got to see him meet her, we got to see him and her talk and interact, and oh yes, don't worry, it was very cringy. So we got to see the whole build-up of, Shawn, talking about how he's moving, and he did this, and quit his job, and he's going to go to Ohio, and all this kind of stuff, for her, for this person who he has not only never even met, but he has never even seen a picture of this girl, let alone met her. So he finally got there. He was super nervous. He was like making like mixed drinks because she was gonna be nervous. And I was like, this just seems weird. So he kept talking about how he wanted to be, romantic with her and whatnot. And I'm just watching this going, oh my God, he is so cringy. But he got all his stuff. He got all this crap for her. And here is the deal, you guys. They met. This Sarah person, she went to jail for doing something very horrible. Now, I don't know how to describe this without, YouTube and Facebook getting mad at me, but basically, she sold something she shouldn't have done. The person took it, and the person then passed away. And it was a very sad story, but we got to meet Sarah. She talked about what she did. She claimed she was really sorry. She looks like she actually kind of changed her life around, and at first glance, she looks like she could be a real potential possible winner. However, about a minute after, Shawn met the girl, she turned to the cameras and said, I have this huge, gigantic secret, and I'm afraid to tell Shawn. So it's like, what is going on? Because then, her mom called her and said, are you on speaker? Who were you with? And so I'm kind of like, the mom was being really weird. So it makes me kind of believe, does she have another boyfriend? Is she married to another man? Like, what is going on? All I know is for sure, you guys, something is going on behind the scenes. Like maybe she has a kid or she's married to someone else or something. But there's some weird crap going on with this new woman, Sarah, and Shawn. So that was about it. They met. It was super awkward, super cringy. She seems like a nice enough person, but I think she's definitely hiding something. Put in the comments below what you guys think she's hiding. I don't know if she's hiding a man, a kid, a something or another. Of course, let me also say too, Shawn's hiding crap too because he still, has those kids. Never mentioned them to Sarah. He's a complete rotten human being. I cannot stand him. I'm sorry, you guys, but I could not stand him. He needs to be like, oh my God, I cannot stand Shawn. I'm sorry, that was kind of dramatic, but I can't stand the guy. So yes, got to see Shawn meet Sarah. Very awkward, very cringy, very weird. More on them later. We also got to see John and Christiana. I don't know how I feel about them. I liked them at first initially. That is the truth. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Initially, I liked them. However, at the end of the last season, if you don't already know, John was kind of being a little bit flirty with Christiana's sister, Tara. So I didn't really like John. I go, you know what? John kind of crossed some lines there because he 100% crossed many lines. Very weird, not good. Yeah, just not good at all. However, we ended up finding out that Christiana got with Tara's like baby daddy or something years ago. So I'm just watching this like he did this, she did that, this, that, and the other. It's like, what is going on with these people? These people are complete bottom of the barrel. I'm sorry, and I know John has watched my videos before, and I am really, genuinely sorry, John and Christiana. I liked you guys, but who in their right mind just does that? So I don't know. It's crazy. I just feel weird. Now in present day, Christiana has these crazy trust issues, and I don't blame her, but it's like, Christiana, why did you get with Tara's like baby daddy years ago? So you did something wrong too. So at the end of the day, I kind of feel like John and Christiana probably should not be together. And I think Christiana and Tara should be in no communication whatsoever. And John and Tara should not be communicating either. So they're trying to kind of make, John and Christiana make their relationship work. But it's like she has this huge trust issue. And how is she ever going to get over it? But in the episode, John took her to some park. They did a photo shoot for this Bonnie and Clyde thing. And that was about it. It looks like in the sneak peeks for the rest of the season, they're going to have like another wedding that's more kind of like what Christiana wanted and all that kind of stuff. I wish them well. I really do. I think they are hilariously odd and bizarre. John is kind of a little bit rude with his kids, but at the end of the day, they're funny people. I wish them all well. I just think that whole love triangle stuff, this thing and that girl and that guy and baby daddy and all this kind of stuff, it's like, this is really weird and cringy and just like, what is going on with these people? So, got to see that. Very funny, very entertaining. Then we got to see Amber and Puppy's mom, but no puppy. Kind of sad. What happened was, in the last season of, Life After Lockup, we got to see Amber and Puppy get together. If you don't know, Amber ran off. She's trying to kind of do her own thing. She kind of left Puppy, but for Amber's defense, Puppy was going down a very, bad road in life. She wasn't taking her work or life serious, and Amber wanted something better. And one of Amber's exes, actually a man, came back to her life, reached back out to her, and so she kind of rekindled that and just kind of let Puppy. But like I said earlier, to her defense, she really not leaving her because it's like Puppy did that to herself kind of. So I don't really blame Amber at all for that. But in the episode, Amber met up with Puppy's mom. Puppy hasn't been seen in like 2 weeks. She could be in jail. She could be here. She could be there. I think what actually happens is she does end up going back to jail. I think maybe like a parole violation or something. It's not very shocking though, because it didn't seem like she was trying to make her life work at all. But Amber found some address. I don't even know how she even found it, but she found this address. She pulled up at this house with her friend, trying to see if, Puppy was there, and it looks like she's not. And I think when she goes to that house, that person at the house will tell her, hey, Puppy is actually in jail. Then we got to see Brittany and Ray. Real quick with them, I love him. I think he's just amazingly nice, sweet, genuine guy. And Brittany, I kind of love too. I'm so curious. This is one of those times I am genuinely curious what you guys think. So please comment below after I explain this, because what went down was they met up with Ray's family. Ray has a $143,000 restitution that he has to pay back. And so he's gonna have to do it. There's no other way around it. He has to pay his money back. Him and Brittany are together. Brittany is actually very successful. I thought she was kind of just more like, my parents have money, but no. It appears on the surface. She's working 2 jobs. She's working very hard. She's saving her money. She's been focusing on herself, and she really is good with money and finances, and she's, great at saving, and she has a lot of money. So, great for her. And she's in this kind of weird situation because he has this restitution. He got a job making like $15 an hour, which is great for him, but it's like, he has to pay down $140,000. It's going to take a very long time to pay it down for him by himself. And his parents and his kind of relatives were saying that maybe Brittany should be paying down the restitution with him. And that is when I chime you guys in, and I am so curious what you guys think, because to me, they've been dating, they aren't engaged, they aren't married. I think if she was to pay his restitution, I think that'd be crossing a line into him using her. That really kind of turned me away from that whole thing. I am not a fan of that. I think that is really weird because they really aren't together. They're dating, but they're not like married, engaged, not even engaged. It's like if they were married or engaged, I would say, well, I kind of get if she was to help him on occasion, but I'm not a fan, honestly, of her paying down this restitution when it's like she barely knows the guy. So Brittany, she was kind of trying to talk her way out of it, and I 100% agree with her. I think they put her in a very uncomfortable situation. Kind of felt bad for her. And Ray, he was even kind of like quiet. He wasn't very vocal. He kind of felt bad too, I feel like. And it was just super awkward to see. Because his family was like trying to, not force, but kind of pressure and talk their way into trying to get Brittany to actually help pay the restitution. So comment below what you guys think. I was not a fan of that though. I thought that was very cringy, awkward. Just honestly, they just kind of pinned her in this weird situation. It was just kind of rude. So either way, comment below what you guys think. We got to see them. We did get to see Brittany, the one that's with, Marcelino. And long story short, Brittany, some time ago wanted us to help start this like rehab facility. She opened like a bank account with a friend, put $8,000 in the thing. And what do you think the guy did? The guy ran off with the money, and that was the extent of it. So she met up with like an ex-cop, private investigator guy to see if they can get their money back. And honestly, you guys, it kind of sounds like she probably would not be able to. And she put like $8,000 in there. Yes, $8,000. So she completely got scammed. I completely feel bad for her, but it's kind of like, geez, what are you doing? Not a very good decision. So I feel bad for her, but also at the same time, kind of like, no, you should not have done that, Brittany. I mean, she didn't sign a contract, she didn't do anything, so it's kind of like she was almost asking for it, but hey, I don't want to judge. Very sad situation. I do feel bad about that whole topic. And for Loved or Lockup, that was basically about it. As far as I can think, that was about all we got to see. I don't think we got to see any other couples. We got to see John and Christiana, Amber and Puppy's mom. We got to see Brittany and Marcelino, Ray and Brittany, and then we got to see Shawn and Sarah. I think those are the 5 lucky couples that we got to see. Well, guys, Love After Lockup, reality TV roundup. That is all we have for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.